guys, welcome back to another video at the Paper Addict. It has taken way too long for me to get this up. This layout has been done for probably a month, but I have just not had the time to edit and voiceover because I have Christmas cup orders that I've been diligently working on. This is another layout from our Nashville trip way back when. That paper that I just held up with the little plates and forks and knives is the whole reason I chose to use this Doodlebug collection. It's Happy Camper, very old. I want to say something like 2014. I put it away already, or I'd double check. But I thought that was perfect because these photos are from a trip to Neely's barbecue. I don't know if you guys remember the Down Home with the Neelys show that was popular around the time we went. But my mom and I we used to like to watch the Food Network. They don't have so much good cooking shows anymore. But either way, since we were in Nashville, we took a trip over to the restaurant, and we happened to get to meet one of the brothers, that's the photo of me and one of the Neely brothers. Unfortunately, the show is no longer on, and the hosts have since separated, but either way, it's a memory. And the sketch I'm using is from Scrapbook Generations. It's called Simply Sketches, 21-page sketches using only 4x6 photos. I'm continuing with that theme for these photos so that I don't have to do any reprinting or editing, and very little, trimming. But yep, there's as I've mentioned before, there's a 2-page and a 1-page. I have them both. That way, depending on the amount of photos I have, I can choose which books to use. This sketch was not necessarily designed for using a 6x6 paper pad, but the strips are 6 inches by a half an inch, so it was perfect to be able to use some 6x6 paper. I will have to put a little bit of a border between the photos for whatever reason. I don't know if I edited these in an attempt to use them previously, but they were not quite 4 inches to make the full 12 inches of the paper. But you'll see later how I fix that. Sorry for the froggy throat. It is 8 o'clock, which isn't very early, but I did not sleep well last night. It was one of those things where I was up every hour, and I finally gave up at 5 o'clock and got up, and I've been sitting here, working on various things ever since. But you're going to see me do a lot of editing in this video because once you see me ink a piece of these strips, you kind of get the idea of what I've done. Or once you've seen me glue one down, you don't need to see me glue everyone down. I did this, I think, on a day my husband wasn't home. So I was, up, down, and left and right helping the kids with whatever they happened to need. The little one, obviously, more than the bigger one. But I'm going to ink the edges in Seedless Preserves from Tim Holtz. That is I use all the little mini cubes. That is my favorite ink to use. Since I'm not a stamper, I didn't need to worry about, if they would give a crisp, clean image. I just liked all his colors, and I liked that, they had a tin to hold them in, and they had foams that fit them because I like to store everything together if possible. But I do use my T-ruler a lot in this one. Sorry for my head. Can you see all my gray hairs? I've kind of given up on trying to cover them. It is a fruitless pursuit. They just don't cover. So forgive my gray hairs in the and my head in the picture. But I didn't think I made you sit and watch all this. I thought I edited this out. Maybe it's coming up. But anyway, I'm very happy. I've done, well, maybe I'm not very happy now that I think about it. I've only done 3 pages in the last like month and a half. I don't know about you guys there. See, I did edit it. I need to set aside some dedicated time over the holiday season to sit down and scrapbook, whether it be these photos or something I've taken of the kids over the holiday season. But I find it really does help my mood with us being stuck at home if I get to do something, just for creative, just for me. Not the cups are creative, but and while they are for me because I enjoy doing it, it's not the same. So I really should set aside, even if it's, okay, 1 hour every Saturday or whatever the case may be. So how are you guys fitting in some me time, if that's what you'd like to call it, or some creative time while everybody is home? And, I'm sure many of you, like myself, have now taken on the role of not only mom, but teacher and lunchroom aide and homework helper. And, I'm finding with everyone home, I would think I would have more time because I'm not running this one here or running that one there, or, I'm not in the school helping with XYZ, but I'm finding I have even less time to myself. So tell me how you are handling that in your neck of the woods. It's probably, I would imagine, a little bit easier if the kiddos are a little bit older. But mine, obviously, he just turned 10 and 4, still need help from mama. So this is where you're going to see, I didn't like the white space between the photos. And I didn't want to mount just that one photo. I liked the way they were all fitting from left to right. So I'm going to take just a small strip of the purple paper. It matches what I inked the edges in. And the purple is also in the stripe paper that I used on the top and the bottom. And I'm just going to stick that above the one photo and below the other so that you don't see the cardstock between the middle photo and the bottom and the top. I did find using my 1/8 inch Sukwang was the best for the small strips, even though they are 1/4 of an inch. It was quite a pain to get the 1/4 of an inch Sukwang score tape, whatever you choose to call it. Sukwang is the company that makes it, I believe. That's what it says on the roll anyway. Yep, Sukwang. But they call it score tape too. But it was too hard to get the 1/4 of an inch lined up exactly perfect. I'd end up having a little bit here and a little bit there, and here I'm trying to roll it back down. So the 1/8 of an inch was perfect on that one. Oh, excuse me. The no sleep's catching up to me already. It's going to make for a long day then. We've got a lot of, unfortunately, running around to do. I ordered a printer and it wasn't available at the location near us, so we have to go pick it up at another location today. But I am going to mount the photo of myself and the brother on a piece of cardstock, because I felt when I didn't that it just, I love all the strips, but it just faded into all the strips. So I go back and forth on all these patterns and end up going back to the one that I started with. It does have like little camping icons on it. I believe it was like fire, you know, little campfires and bears in the circles. But since I'm leaving such a small border, you can't tell that it's not just little circles. So that worked out well. I also am going to pop this up on Fun Foam. That's about all the dimension on my layouts that I can handle. I know a lot of people really pop theirs up and have lots of dimension, you know, using cut files and then putting things on top of cut files. And I don't care to do all that personally, because then it doesn't sit right in my album. But the thickness of Fun Foam is plenty, and it doesn't make it light funny. So I'm going to struggle here. I believe I edited you know what I'm trying to say, edited it out with my liquid glue. This is my, I tried first the best glue ever with the no clog nozzle, and that thing is clogged all the time now. I tried my zip dry glue. That had dried in the bottle. I couldn't even get it to like move. My Nuvo glue was clogged. So tell me, what is your tip for liquid glues? I mean, I have the one where you stick the pin in it, and then the pin gets stuck in there, and I end up breaking the caps on those. So tell me what your favorite liquid glue is. Here I'm going to start embellishing. I have the sticker sheet from the collection, but it doesn't have many food items on it. So I bought some doodle pops. One is called Foodie Friends, and that's the one that has like the piece of chicken and the watermelon. And then the other one is called Barbecue, and obviously that's the one that has the barbecue grill and the soda. So now I'm going to go through and try out some of my thickers. I'm really working on getting these used up, and I'm considering switching to either dyes or using my Silhouette to cut out letters in the correct size, font, color that I want, because I always seem to be struggling with not having the right color, not having the right letters in the color. And quite frankly, I'm super, super tired of picking out a package of thickers and all of the thickers being at the bottom of the package. The one there, the brown ones, can you see how, not, those are flat stickers, so that wouldn't be a problem. But do you see the pack that's underneath where all of them are just all over the place? That's how 90% of my thickers are. And they often stick to each other and get ruined. So tell me, do you have a better way of storing them that they don't do this? Or otherwise, I am going to be considering another option. But we're almost done, guys. Believe it or not, my camera died right as I was finishing up putting my journaling down. I have been printing my journaling on the computer. Here I'm making sure it fits where I want it before I print it on the cardstock. I did get these strips. I forget the name now, and I threw the packaging away. I have another package somewhere. I want to say it's Craft Couture, but don't quote me on that one. They're really thin. They're like 1/8 of an inch foam so that you can pop your journaling up. But you'll see right before we finish and the camera dies that they are a pain to work with. They come off the backing, and then the backing comes off, and they bend too much, and I guess bend too much is the word, is they stretch when you're putting them down, and they're always stuck to everything you don't want them stuck to. So tell me what you're using for, see, there they are, for popping your journaling up when you print it on the computer. But, okay, we're almost to the end, guys. I'm going to stick in some pictures of the Nuvo drops that I put on here for my enamel dots, and a close-up of the layout with the journaling down. So thanks for sticking with me, guys, and if I don't get to talk to you, have a wonderful holiday season, and hopefully things will settle and I can be back with you soon. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.